Hey guys, welcome to All Time Gaming. I'm Chris.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Alex. And what's the one thing you'd change about gaming?
Cheaper games, better graphics, Half-Life 3.
All worthwhile, but I'm talking those little specks of shit right to the core of the modern gaming experience that really grind our gears.
To the core!
Does it do it to your core, Jonesy?
Stop it.
So we've compiled a list of 6 things about gaming that just need to fuck off and die already. It's a bit harsh, but, let's go with it.
Imagine you're playing football in the park.
What kind of football? American football?
No,
The Irish football, Gaelic rules football.
No.
Aussie rules?
F-U-T-B-O-L. Football.
Oh, you mean soccer? Okay, I'm imagining it. Go on.
It's a nice warm day, the sun is out, but there's also a nice breeze. So you're not sweating like I do. I run hot.
Not sweating like Jamie in a VO booth.
Yeah, right. Through skill, you've dribbled the ball past one defender, past a second. You go to score when the goalkeeper halts everything and produces some Simon Says-style puzzle, insisting that you can only score a goal if you manage to tap the lights in order. That's what QuickTime events are to games, and they are flipping annoying. And you see it in a lot of games. The Force Unleashed, God of War, Just Cause, basically Jonesy's favourite games.
Pretty much. We're just listing all my favourite games now. I love a quick time event.
Developers who can't be asked to let the player rely on skill alone to proceed, but instead they shoehorn in a silly little immersion-breaking puzzle for fuck all reason.
Going to die.
Then there are the cutscenes that demand you sit up and pay attention like a needy houseplant.
I've never seen a houseplant set up.
Most of the time, a cutscene is there to give the mind a rest after a difficult level while filling in some context and narrative for the gameplay.
Oh, thanks, Professor.
So imagine my surprise when I turn from sneaking off for a crafty piss and I see a failed damn cutscene because while they were talking to each other, someone pulled out a knife on me and there was a QuickTime event and I died. Worst of all are the damn boss fights that utterly fail to pull off any sense of climax because instead of a test of the skills I've developed throughout the game, I'm forced to play a poor man's Guitar Hero. I'm not saying they're all bad, I'm not saying get rid of them outright, but just cool it a little bit.
Yeah, just think about where you're putting them, developers.
Okay, this one requires a little bit of explanation.
Go on.
It's not that we're opposed to tutorials, as gaming should be open to everyone, and if people want to learn, then it's a pretty good thing to have in there.
Sure.
Yeah, I got one of those tablets that teach you the alphabet.
Jamie told me yesterday he can count up to 7 now.
Wow, well done, Jamie.
7.
What we hate though is being forced to go through a tutorial in which we are taught skills we mastered 10, 15, even 20 years ago. Press X to jump. You don't say. I was going to sit here for 2 minutes shouting at the screen until I threw my console out the window. So I'm glad you were there to tell me.
Just read the instruction manual.
Then you have the walls of text that would appear in old games such as Zelda that you've read 1,000 times before, and it's a chore to have to go through all of that again just to get back to the fun.
That fucking owl in Ocarina of Time. It's like the fucking Clippy of the Zelda universe.
Worst one, Battleborn intro. No, I don't want to watch your 15-minute cartoon.
Oh
Fuck
my
off.
God.
Some cool music.
Remember when games were fun? Instead of an exercise in boredom control, Pepperidge Farm remembers. But Pepperidge Farm can't fucking get there because they're trapped behind a 20-minute tutorial on how to move a camera in an RTS. There is only one game I know that actually does the whole unskippable tutorial well, and that's Portal 2, where Wheatley guesses you have brain damage for not being able to speak.
I mean, that's a fair enough assumption, right?
Yeah, I think that's fair enough, because he's got to help you out. And also, it's fun and funny, and that works too.
So I guess what we're saying is, if you do have an unskippable tutorial, make it worth something.
What it should not be like is Resident Evil 6, a dull 15-minute prologue where we have a whole dump of exposition, have very little control over ourselves, and when we do, we're just told to do the same things we've always done, namely move around and point your gun at anything you want to die.
Especially replaying Call of Duty 4 Remastered, it's like, remember, you can fire from the hip or right down the sight.
Do you know what
Your throat killing skills are remarkable.
Still, it's better than the cliched waking up from a coma trick. Why, yes, Doctor, I can still move my head and walk back and forth. I might not be able to wiggle my big toe, though.
Jonesy, coming out with a hot 2004 reference.
Fuck off!
My name's Burke, and I came to Burke. Alright guys, picture the scene. Skyrim, right? Oh boy, what a great day in Skyrim. I've leveled up to the point where I could stare down Talos himself and proven myself master of all of Tamriel. Yes, no one can take me on. Oh, what's that? You want me to escort someone woefully underpowered through a Draugr pit and will fail me if they die? Oh, sounds like a plan. Only, except no, it fucking doesn't.
Plus, why can't this little shithead go where he needs to go himself?
He fucking made the way to me. He can make his way to wherever he's going, right? It's effectively deciding if you're allowed to progress based on the survival instincts of a programmed AI. Natalia from GoldenEye 64, anyone? She had the survival instincts of a fucking dodo. And it's not even as if these escorts can fight back. They're fucking useless. In Assassin's Creed 2 and Modern Warfare 3, both Lorenzo de Medici and Captain Price fight back, making it feel more like a battle for survival. But these dozy fucking dicks from Dead Rising? No, you just gibber with fear while the zombies approach. It's even worse when they moan, whimper, or otherwise just generally get on your fucking nerves. You just want to fucking break them down and build them back up. I mean, why am I saving your ass again? Ashley in Resident Evil 4 is a prime example. No doubt, being in a Spanish village full of chainsaw-wielding motherfuckers is just simply terrifying. I get it. However, actively running away from the one man who is trying to save you, that can fuck off. But what do you guys think? Are we being too harsh? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm tilted. I'm so tilted right now.
In recent years, nothing has screamed "we like money" more than the annual franchise. Your Call of Duties, your Assassin's Creeds, apart from this year, the endless bloody Five Nights at Freddy's, which that's not even annual. That's like 3 a year.
It's ridiculous.
With
Every month.
spin-offs.
Yeah.
Some annual franchise actually work, if only just. You know, FIFA, NBA, they all have changing rosters and stats that can almost justify the $60 spent each time. However, when was the last time you played a COD game and could say it felt fresh and new? Or Five Nights at Freddy's. Did it really need all those sequels in quick succession? There is such a thing as franchise fatigue, where audiences switch off through overexposure to a product. I mean, look at the reception Assassin's Creed has had since Ezio. At first, it seemed like a fun new toy, but then the story became repetitive. The gameplay was the same tedious parade of tail Dude A to discover the location of Dude B, shoot Dude B with a dart to make him dance like an epileptic at a rave, killing Dude C, rinse, repeat, cash the check. At least they got the message off the Syndicate though, and elected to take a year off. Albeit filling the year with Watch Dogs 2, but whatever. Well, yeah, at least
okay.
It's not a bad game. Activision never got the memo, and now Infinite Warfare, which may have looked exciting back in 2010, looks pale and bland next to the First World War. When your franchise looks old compared to a conflict that took place a century ago, perhaps you should retreat back to the drawing board. And no, remastering old games that we do like and forcing us to buy them with games we don't is not a good enough back to the drawing board session. Do it again, do it right. Take a year off if you need to. Or just take one of your fucking 3 studios, go find Sledgehammer and say, hey, make something fucking, really different this time. And let Infinity Ward and Treyarch jack off in each other's mouths for the next couple of years. Well, Sledgehammer do something and then maybe we'll get something interesting. I don't know. Figure it out.
Right, small message for developers. We know you're proud of the vast open world that you've created. We're all very happy for you, but could you please stop making us explore every square inch of it by filling the whole thing with collectibles and then only letting us get that coveted 100% once we've got every single one of them.
Oh man, and when they force you to do a second playthrough to get 100% as well. I finished the game!
Yeah, I've done it.
I don't want to know about it.
One of the great things about a sandbox game is the ability to go anywhere and do almost anything. Choice, you see, is amazing in games. I fancy taking that watchtower or taking out the guard post before progressing with the main story. There's a sense of liberation to it when compared to the linearity of some FPS games. However, when the game is passively mocking you for not having the patience to collect everything, that's when I can comfortably tell that game to fuck right off. Sometimes the collectibles make sense and add a sense of narrative, such as Batman's audio logs. More often than not, however, they're just filler, a time sink into which your obsession for completion leads you to waste hours of your life finding feathers, laptops, or toys, or whatever the fucking missing thing de jour is at this specific time.
Oh, hello, sir. Would you like the thing de jour?
It just gives the impression that while the world is very big and very open, there's not much in it. Fill it with missions such as The Witcher 3 and you've got an open world that feels lived in. This all pales into insignificance, however, when facing the enforced collectibles. You complete bastards, Rocksteady. Batman Arkham Knight should have ended properly when the story did. Instead, I had to dick around for hours after actually saving Gotham because some prick in a mech suit wouldn't come out of his hole until I got 243 of his fiddly little bastards. Don't do that, because instead of seeing your ending, we're liable to just say, fuck it, close enough.
And YouTube ending. Now, oh, Jesus.
I've got all the time in the world.
Now, I've heard some people try to defend microtransactions as not a big deal. Man, they're only cosmetics, see? Well, that is dog shit, and I'm gonna take the next few minutes to explain why. Now, I should state that I'm talking about microtransactions mostly in full-priced games.
I already bought the game, Chris. I don't need your microtransactions.
Well, exactly my fucking point. In free-to-play games, you're playing for free, and the gated content is an acceptable price to pay. Barely. Only just. However, in a game that costs upwards of $60, the idea that there is content gated off for those people with larger pockets is, well, distasteful, disrespectful, and unfucking American. It's not DLC either. It's added extras that enhance the game and is available from day one, but the publishers want to wring out more money from your shaky hands. Then, of course, there's the annoying practice of constantly flogging these items to was while we're playing the game itself. Assassin's Creed Unity did that, with the publishers seemingly more anxious for the in-game shop to work more efficiently than the actual game itself. Then you have the games where you sold in-game currency to accomplish tasks quicker than you would otherwise. You know, Dead Space 3, looking at you. While technically optional, the microtransactions are put in there to be bought, and the game will artificially reduce what you earn or increase the grind taken to earn, so out of sheer frustration, many will simply open up their wallets. It's also like when Diablo 3 launched and they had that auction house. You couldn't get cool items in the game because you had to go to the auction house and buy it.
Spend real dollar bills, y'all.
Yes, look, I mean, all of this is a shady fucking practice that is only there to manipulate. Basically draining your hard-earned cash by inflicting psychological fuckery on a customer base that just wanted to play a game that they've already paid for. So, you know, let's move on, guys. Fucking kill it.
So those are just some of the gaming trends that need to stop, preferably right now, as soon as possible. I don't know what kind of a schedule these guys are on. But what do you think? We have loads more, so let us know which others you'd like to add down below.
And if you're happy to have Jamie back, leave us a like and a sub, and maybe tell Jamie that you're happy to have him back.
And look, right, much like the quality of this list, if you feel like the world is going down the toilet, why not check out our list of 6 scandals in video games? And we will see you next time, lovely people.
Bye.